Hello YouTube! There's Size 17 here, but you can just call me Traps. And welcome back for another collection update. I don't have anything to add before we get started, so let's just get started. In the background, we are listening to a grail that, for me at least, that I recently picked up a few weeks ago, maybe a month. This is Sigh's Infidel Art. Sigh being the progressive avant-garde Japanese black metal bands, whatever you want to call their genre. Yeah, awesome stuff. Alright, we got three things, all 2018 releases. Let's start with this tape. This is the split from Lampir and Witchmoon. Both of these bands play raw black metal. Both of these bands are from the US, I believe. I'm not totally sure if Witchmoon is from the US, so I could be wrong about that. But I don't know. They're from somewhere. And actually, maybe now that I'm thinking about it, since this is a split release between Black Gangrene and Perverse Homage, makes you wonder if maybe Black Gangrene, if Witchmoon is from the same place that Black Gangrene is, which I believe it's Portugal is where Black Gangrene is out of. Correct me if I'm wrong, maybe I am. That being said, Witchmoon also did a release with Lampshade Shapes, and they're from the United States, so who knows? Let's move on. Like I said, this is Lampir, Witchmoon, raw black metal split release between Black Gangrene Productions and Perverse Homage. I got my copy through Perverse Homage. Lampir is actually kind of a funny case for me because I picked up their compilation, what's called the Forgotten Arts of Penetration. It has their two demo stuff on it, and I thought it was pretty solid stuff. But, it wasn't anything that I was overly excited about, and I probably wouldn't have continued buying any of their stuff, except that they keep on releasing splits with bands that I'm interested in checking out their stuff. So anyway, I keep on picking up their stuff, but at the same time, I also I feel like the more and more I'm listening to them, with each subsequent release that I buy, I like it a little bit more. And I'm not sure if that's if they're actually like different enough that I'm actually liking the new material, or if I'm just getting used to how they sound. It could be both. Not sure. Regardless, the split here, their side on this particular release is pretty good. Probably my favorite thing that I've heard by them. We start off with a kind of a overture, probably is the title here. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Starts us off with kind of like a ominous key, organy kind of a thing, which is kind of cool. And then right after that, we get right into the raw black metal. And what the highlight of this band is, for me at least, is the vocals. Just really, piercing screech howl vocals. Just really, really good. Actually, more than ever, really liked the guitar tone on this release. Kind of has like a fuzz buzz kind of a thing going on. Although it is a little buried in the mix. And maybe would have preferred that it be louder, but at the same time, I wouldn't have wanted it to be louder if it was going to affect the way the vocal sounds. Who knows if that's actually if that's true or not. So anyway, that's what it sounds like. Awesome. The vocals are just and the music behind it is doing a pretty good job. And yep, at this point, I sort of feel semi-obligated to fill out my Lampir discography, as I sort of almost own all of it anyway. But we'll see if that actually happens. But yeah, I really did enjoy their half of this release. And then as for the Witchmoon side, I really liked this side as well. I liked, ever since I came across their release Spectral Shadows, that Lampshade Tapes released earlier this year. It's like a demo. I'm not sure if it's a demo or what it's actually considered, but whatever that is considered, I really liked it. They kind of do like a black sleazy kind of like wallow sound, offensive, everything at you kind of a raw black metal, which I enjoy. And yeah, they're doing that again here on the split, and I really like it. There's sort of a bad production quality to this, either on purpose or just because of technology, which either sort of is probably a factor in why it has that kind of black sleazy sound, but also it probably is maybe purposeful and is benefiting from that poor production. Who knows? But regardless, it sounds really good, and I'm really into it. Probably actually like this better than the Spectral Shadows material, but it's pretty close. But regardless, this is a pretty cool release. I'm not really sure if you can still get copies of this. I'm not sure. But anyway, regardless, I was pretty impressed with the material, and was glad that I was able to snag a copy myself. So yeah, that's Lampir and Witchmoon. Lampir and Witchmoon. And yeah, cool release. Nice little split. Alright, next up. This is a black metal band from Canada. This is Begotten with Waning Silhouette. This is they're from Canada. I think I just might have said that, but if not, they are from Canada. And yeah, they play a very DSBM style. Not a one-man project, but it does appear that it sort of has one ringleader, Bobby Prentice, who plays a lot of the instruments, vocals, wrote almost all the music. You know, Sans co-writing of one of the songs. Limited to 100 hand number copies. Mine is number 32. Yeah, this is really cool stuff. Came across this on Bandcamp, and you know, loved it pretty immediately, ordered it. And you know, as you can see, very DSBM kind of a thing going on here. And yeah, it's really cool. You know, you're getting your typical DSBM style riffs, and also I feel like he also does a really good job of kind of creating sort of like a, I don't want to say hopeful, because that's definitely the wrong word, but the riffs just kind of like sound more positive sounding. And I don't know if that's like, you know, I'm not a guitar player, so I couldn't, you know, tell you what he's actually doing. I don't know if it's like he's playing major chords versus minor chords, that kind of thing. Not really sure if I know what I'm talking about. But anyway, to me they kind of sound more positive. And regardless, he's able to sort of still weave that into keeping that DSBM quality to the sound, which I think is pretty impressive. And that is shown even more on the third track of the album, where he employs clean vocals for most of the album. He kind of goes with that, you know, the DSBM tortured, throaty style, which is, you know, solid. And yeah, I really feel the clean vocals kind of come out of nowhere, but I really feel like they add like a cool, you know, sort of a dynamic to the sound of the overall sound of the band, which I appreciate. I could sort of maybe understand not liking the vocals, as, you know, they're sort of atypical for a DSBM band to do, but I really liked them and thought it was a benefit. I also really enjoyed the solo that's on the fourth and final track of the album. Again, just thought that was a really cool additional dynamic to throw in there that I thought was beneficial to the release. Now, a whole lot going on in the middle. Just says, so few in attendance at the funeral held by wolves. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, definitely if you're into DSBM stuff, this is definitely a worthwhile release, I think, to check out. As always, I will leave links so you can go check it out for yourself. But yeah, I'm really into this. I think it's really good, and yeah, I think you should check it out. This is Begotten with the Waning Silhouette. Here's the back. Yep, good stuff. Alright, last. Alright. This is a release that I discovered when Runner JMA, Josh Armijo, did a review of it. This is Autokrator with Hammer of the Heretics. This album is a monster. It is just like otherworld pummeling. Death metal, just brutal mechanized riffs. The bassist and drums of this band are doing excruciatingly heavy lifting, because they keep that low end low, like wading through the deepest portions of like a swamp or a sewer or something. Like, this is some brutally low shit. And yeah, the guitars are awesome. You know, we get some fast, speedy stuff that's just like pummeling and just pounds you. or because sometimes it slows way down and it just pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds. That's right, 5 times. 5 times. I think I counted 5. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely sort of sometimes they do me sort of quality to their sound, which I think is pretty cool. I really like this album artwork, and I love the fact that it comes in this beautiful A5 digipack. I really enjoy that. Here's the inside. Pull the CD out of the tray so you can see behind there. Yeah, I love the overall aesthetic going on with this release. But yeah, this is just like I said, it's just a savage, brutal album. This is what obliteration sounds like. Other than an interlude in the middle, 4 tracks, 2 sandwiching the interlude. Generally long songs, 2 over 6 minutes, 1 over 8, 1 over 9. But I never really feel like it's sort of, I feel like they're stretching it out or it's getting boring. Yeah, it's just really interesting, cool riffs. Vocals are just brutal and savage. Everything is brutal and savage. Death metal, I like death metal, but it's definitely a lower rung on the ladder for my subgenres of metal. But this one was pretty unignorable for me. I had to buy it pretty much right after I listened to it. So yeah, these guys are out of France, if I did not say that. And this is, who released this? KPs, this is what the catalog number is. I'm not sure. Someone did. I'll leave the link to the Bandcamp where I bought it, so you can find it out for yourself. I'll probably say that in the description too. But yeah, awesome stuff. Killer death metal. Definitely check it out. Autokrator, Hammer of the Heretics. All right, that's all I got for this week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you are familiar with any of these releases, please let me know what you think of them. And yeah, otherwise, have a good day.